The crimson kiss, it seals the night. A bond of blood, eternal light. No chains, no locks, no doors to miss. Just endless love in the crimson kiss. A scarlet river, a sacred bow, forever starts. It starts right now. No dawn to break, no sun to rise. Just burning stars in endless skies. The crimson kiss, it seals the night. A bond of blood, eternal light. No chains, no locks, no doors to miss. Just endless love in the crimson kiss. Night falls upon the altar. Silences that come from the sea. In blood and soil, a pact is sealed. Secrets that time erased. The words are lost in the air. Whispers I try to reach. In every shadow, a form is dancing. The hand that calls me has no body. The song I hear has no sound. The door that opens is an abyss, and I fall to my destiny. The rite of the forgotten in the labyrinth
The fragile shape, the light bends sharp, the colors gray. Do you feel the hollow pull of a world so far, so full? Solid hearts breaking apart in the dark, where it all starts. Silent hearts tearing the seams, echoes trapped inside our dread. A room filled with shadows no one dares to clear. The silence screams louder than I can bear to hear. Eyes meet like ghosts, they hover then disappear. What's left of us? What's left of here? Each breath a secret, a burden shared. Each glance a promise, broken and scared. Silent hearts, they beat so loud underneath this heavy shroud. We speak in echoes, words unsaid, living in the spaces where love is dead.
secrets laid, your walls now thin. It pulls you out, it drags you in. A quiet night, the air was thin. The clock struck 12, the lights went dim. A whisper crawled across the wall. Then came the ring, the fateful call. Who's on the line? Who's on the line? A voice like static cracks through time. Don't pick it up, don't let it through. The last call's here, it's come for you. The phone had buzzed, the shadows swayed. A choice to make, a price to pay. Fingers froze, but still they reached. The line went live, the silence breached. A breath, a pause, a chilling hum. What's done is done, what's done is done. Who's on the line, who's on the line? A voice like static cracks through time. Don't pick it up, don't let it through. The last call's here, it's come for you. It's not a friend, it's not a foe. It's something darker you shouldn't know. A single word will seal your fate, but now you've answered, it's too late. Another pause, a chilling hug. What's done is done, what's done is done. Who's on the line, who's on the line? A voice like static cracks through time. It's not a friend, it's not a foe. It's something darker you shouldn't know. A single word will seal your fate, but now you've answered, it's too late. Centuries crumble, dust to air. Yet she's still standing, unaware. The immortal bride waits, through endless nights, through rusted gates. Her heart still beats, a hollow sound, forever lost, forever bound. Does he remember? Does he dream of her pale face, her silent scream, a vow unbroken, a curse unspoken, a love that leaves her spirit broken? The sky wears bruises, the stars don't speak. A shadow climbs where the air feels weak. Branches claw at the silver mist. The night, it leans in, insists. It whispers secrets shows. The hangman, it watches, it knows. Silent witness where the cold wind blows. The hangman, suspended untied, counting the breaths till the dark divides. Counting the breaths till the dark divides.
Shadows crawl on the banquet floor. A crimson tide, it begs for more. The clock strikes 12. The night's a thief. Echoes of laughter sharp as glass. This feast, my friend, might be our last. The last feast, the last bite, a banquet of blood, a
Whispers in the trees, they call, they call. Shadows stretch and sway, so tall, so tall. A moonlit stage where time won't stay. The night begins the cemetery ballet. They glide, they tell. Echoes rise, they burn. Dance, beneath the sky, the sky. Let spirits fly, fly high. Up here, of life decay. This is the symphony.
echoes, no escape at all. A face in the mirror, but it's not mine. Time's cruel hands, they fragments of a life, shattered, not whole. Laughter fades, replaced by the screams. Waking life feels like dying in dreams. Running through corridors, walls closing in. Footsteps behind me, the echo of my sin. The clock's slow tick, a metronome of pain. Memories pour like an endless rain. The ghost of memory, it won't let me be. A phantom of the past, dragging me endlessly. Every thought, every sigh, a lock without a key.
thread? Who will rise and who will tread? Sleeping city, breathing slow. Underneath the lights, cold glow. What are you hiding? What do you know? Windows stare like hollow eyes. Every corner a place to lie, waiting for something to come alive. Neon flickers, shadows play. Concrete whispers. Night turns gray. Windows stare, but no one sees. 1,000 secrets in the breeze. Sleeping city, holding its breath, waiting for life, waiting for death. Sleeping city, under the sky. Something stirs, but it won't say why. Broken clocks and empty tracks. Echoes crawl, no turning back. Lamps are humming a ghostly tune. The air is heavy beneath the moon. Do you feel it? Do you hear it? Sleeping city, holding its breath, waiting for life, waiting for death. Sleeping city, under the sky. Something stirs, but it won't say why. A cat cries out a distant wail. The quiet's sharp, the night turns pale. Breath on the pavement, soft as a sigh. The city watches with open eyes. Do you feel it? Do you hear it? Sleeping city, holding its breath, waiting for life, waiting for death. The quiet